Capturing the true essence of a loved one and then putting it into words can sometimes be difficult, and yet at some point in our lives we are all going to be called to do just that by writing an obituary. So in today's Straight Talk with the funeral directors, the experts with Edwards Funeral Service are here to help give us some pointers. Beth Buxton and Jeff Edwards are funeral directors at Edwards. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
This is something where we really want to do honor, don't we, Jeff, to people that we love, that for their memory too. How does someone first of all get started with this?
By making a list of an obituary is as individual and unique as the individual, which is unique.
True,
make
very
a list.
True.
You know, the average obituary that you see has survivors' names and those that have preceded the person in their death, and the logistics of the service and the viewing, etc. But then there's the beginning topic where you describe the person and their accomplishments, who they are and what they've done.
Well, is there really a template then, Beth, that people should work from and then expand on that, as Jeff talked about, to bring in that personal side?
They can. I mean, anyone can look at the obituaries in the newspaper and kind of see that template. Everyone tells me every day, there's so many families that tell me they read the obituaries. They want to know if there's someone in the obituaries that they knew or maybe was a friend of a friend. They also like to get a little glance into people's lives. I think we're curious. So the template would be there, but I have families that want to take it upon themselves and customize those too.
And has that place where we place the obituary grown, besides the local newspaper now, online and other places?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Just as an example, our website. We have a great website for obituaries. There's photographs on there, videos that families have shared, online condolences. People can get on there and leave a condolence, a guest book you can sign. It's really advanced.
Are there some things, Jeff, that are more appropriate than others? Is there obit etiquette?
Yeah, I would say there is. I mean, you want to be respectful of the person that the obituary is about.
Even though you want to tell some fun facts about them, not make it a funny type thing?
Well, a little humor is okay if the
is?
person is a humorous person. I mean, Rodney Dangerfield, I'm sure there was a few jokes in his. But for the most part, you want to stick with the facts and the accomplishments and tell the life story, which is unique. You don't want to be, insulting or anything like that.
You want it to be a lasting memory that is a favorable lasting memory, obviously.
Exactly, because once you've printed it or it goes online, it's there. I mean, it doesn't go away. I mean, it's there forever, and it tells that person's story, much like a monument or a memorial. Once you set it out there, it's ideally, it lasts.
Well, Beth, if you want to have the perfect obituary, I mean, there are some people that write their own, and in fact, you kind of encourage that. So how does somebody even get started with that?
I would say sit down at your table, have a pen and paper in hand, or get on your computer and type out bullet points of family members that you want mentioned. There is an order that most of the time people use. They usually go for, of course, parents' names, because that's the first mentioned relative, where that person was born, date of birth, things of that nature. Then they go on to a surviving spouse, if there is one, or a partner, and then they go their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, siblings, and then some distant relatives such as cousins, nieces, nephews, and special friends. And once you kind of lay that out, then you want to think about, what would I want to say about myself? Would I want to talk about my personality traits? Would I want to talk about some accomplishments I've had in my lifetime? Maybe there's an award you received that you want people to know about. Maybe a military experience, a religious affiliation, whatever it is. You want to put that out there so you know what you want included.
And as Jeff said, it is as unique as the person. But one thing I think people have to think about is the more you add, especially in the newspaper, this does cost a family money, right?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, in the newspaper it does.
It does. Each newspaper has a different cost. And the thing with newspapers is it's different than our online website. You can say as much as you want on the website and it doesn't cost. There are a couple newspapers that have an editorial, ability to write the obituary the way they want it written.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's it's not as common here locally, and the dispatch is pretty open as far as what they'll allow a person to say, but some of the small town Ohio newspapers, they have a structured way, and all of their obituaries read the same. So
well, it's nice
there is
to
a
know
cost involved
that you need
with the
to
paper.
realize those things before you start, because at that time when you're starting to write that obituary, it's the time when there's a lot of stressors anyway, so knowing anything ahead of time is a good idea. Good pointers, Beth. Jeff, thank you very much. Nice to see you guys.
Thank you, Gail.
Nice to see you. Thank you.